Hey guys, welcome back. This is Nod Lammers of Invoked 101, and today we're going to be taking a look at my friend Tyler's second placed Unchained deck profile. This was crazy to see him go back-to-back second place with Unchained and then Guru. He hasn't played in, I'd want to say 2 months, but he's probably going to correct me in the comments. But yeah, he kind of just showed up, started coming to locals again and tearing it up, and I was like, dude, you got to send me your lists. So here we go. I don't know what his matchups were, so I can't really talk about that. And yeah, before we get into the profile, if you want to support the channel, you can click that subscribe button, as well as check out those links in the description below. So I'm going to set the extra deck and spells and traps off the side, and we'll get right into the main deck monsters. Starting us off, we are playing 3 Unchained Aruha, and Unchained Aruha is target a card you control. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for fiends. Also destroy the targeted card, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This card on the field is destroyed by card effect except by Aruha or by battle. You can special summon 1 Unchained monster from hand or deck except Aruha. You can only use each effect once per turn. So all of the Unchained monsters do something whenever they are popped. So this one, and for the twins, it's usually summoning an Unchained monster. But yeah, this is the non-quick effect, blow up a card, summon itself. Rakia can't summon herself, but does have a quick effect, target a card you control, destroy it. Also, you can't special summon monsters this turn except for fiend monsters. Then if she's popped, again, you get to special summon a Unchained monster from hand or deck, except for herself. You can only use 1 per turn. So yeah, both of these in tandem are really strong. Being able to pop a card, bring out Rakia, and then Rakia on opponent's turn pop another card. Both of them together are really powerful monsters and provide the main meat and potatoes for the deck. And they got a huge buff of support whenever Unchained Twin Sarama came out. This is another level 3 fiend. Target an Unchained card in your graveyard except Unchained Twin Sarama. Set it to your field, then destroy a card you control. This card is invaluable. Being able to reset your traps, being able to even get out your monsters and blow them up to get their effects is incredible. And then if this card on the field is destroyed by card effect, if this card on the field is destroyed by card effect, except by itself or by battle, you can special an Unchained monster from hand or deck. Then we have the bigger Unchained monsters. We were playing 2 Abominable Unchained Soul. Abominable is probably the stronger of the 2 level 8s. It says you can only special summon it once per turn. If a card or cards you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card is special summoned. You can discard a card, destroy a card on the field. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card, but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. So yeah, really good card, really recurable card, and a fantastic soul for the Unchained deck. Then we were playing 1 Unchained Soul of Disaster. It says it gains 300 attack for each Unchained card in the graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Unchained Disaster once per turn. You can target a face-up monster your opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon a Dark Link using only this card you control and that opponent's monster as material. This card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect. Target an Unchained monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So really cool card, and this is also like the main meat and potatoes of what Unchained was designed around, which is linking using your opponent's cards, and what makes the deck even today still pretty strong. For hand traps, Tyler was playing 3 Ash and 3 Dimensional Shifter. This deck doesn't really care about too much about its graveyard, and Shifter is just really strong. You don't need your stuff to hit grave to resolve. The only ones that really care about it are Sarama and the Soul. So yeah, makes perfect sense of playing Dimension Shifter here, and I'm sure that he won a couple games just because he shifted someone. But yeah, that is Unchained. Unchained main deck monsters. Moving into the spells and traps, of course you got to play 3 of the Abominations Prison, which is the Rhoda for Unchained. Add an Unchained card from deck to hand. If this set card is destroyed by card effect, you can special summon 1 Unchained monster from deck, which I will say almost all the Unchained stuff has the, if it's popped, summon an Unchained monster from deck. Then playing 3 Pot of Extravagance because you don't really need your extra deck. You're already playing 3 of everything. And then lastly, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. For the traps, 3 Escape of the Unchained. Target an Unchained monster you control and 1 card on the field. Destroy both. If it's set and destroyed on, this set card is destroyed by card effect, you can special summon an Unchained monster from deck. Then we have the Abominable Chamber, which I believe is the Monster Reborn. Special summon an Unchained monster from hand or grave. If this set card is destroyed by card effect, special summon an Unchained monster from deck. So yeah, really cool card. This is really nice for putting for getting Rakias back out and also recurring the Link monsters. So these are really good. Other traps, 3 Imperm, 3 Torrential, and 3 Solemn Strike. Pretty standard lineup for trap cards and whatnot. Lots of hand traps in here with the 3 imperms, the 3 shifters, and the 3 ashes. But yeah, the torrentials in this deck 100% necessary for Unchained, since it allows you not only to get advantage off of blowing your own things up, but your opponent probably is going to lose everything they have in that scenario. That's it for the main deck. Moving into the extra deck for this deck is really strong. 3 of the Link 2, which says it needs 2 monsters including an Unchained Soul, but then it has the effect of during your opponent's main phase quick effect, you target a face-up special summon monster your opponent controls, immediately perform a Link summon with it. And then it has the new effect, which is if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target a fiend monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, which both this and the Link 3 do. And then it says, so this needs 2+ monsters, including an Unchained Soul. So obviously the whole point is to go the Soul of Disaster into Soul of Rage, and then into Soul of Anguish. And then his effect is target a face-up monster your opponent controls, not quick effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, Link summon 1 Dark Link monster, except Unchained Soul of Anguish, using only that opponent's monster and this card you control. Then if it's destroyed, you can add a fiend monster from your graveyard to your hand. The last Unchained monster is Unchained Abomination, the Link 4, who does a ton of stuff. He needs 2+ monsters, including a Link. And then it says, if a card on the field or cards is destroyed by card effect, except by Unchained Abomination, except during the damage step, you can target a card on the field, destroy it. When another monster is destroyed by battle, you can target a card on the field, destroy it. During the end phase, you can target a card on the field, destroy it. You can only use each effect of Unchained Abomination once per turn. And he has 3k attack, so running over stuff in battle is pretty easy. But yeah, 3 pops on 1 card is pretty nuts. Then he was playing 2 Lingaribo because at our locals there's a lot of Ibli, 1 Trisbana, 2 Zeroboros, 1 Access Code, and the 1 Dingirsu, which I didn't realize this. His Dingirsu's Italian. That's pretty funny. But yeah. So that is the extra deck. Tyler did have a side deck that he sent with this, so we'll take a look at that real quick. Yeah, definitely a super cool strategy, this deck. I used to have this deck, and I actually am sort of putting it back together. I just really need the Link monsters. He was playing Triple D Barrier. There's a lot of branded at our local, so this makes perfect sense. 3 evenly matched, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 3 Nibiru, and 3 Twin Twisters. We do have quite a bit of like back row decks at our locals and combo strategies, so all of this makes sense. This is a pretty solid side deck overall. Nothing crazy or whatever here. It's a fairly generic one, as a lot of side decks actually have to become generic just now. Since a lot of decks, there's too much stuff in the format right now. But yep, that was Tyler's 2nd place Unchained deck profile. I am a huge fan of Unchained, so to see him come back and play this deck, this is a deck he's been playing for a really long time, so to see him come back and still take 2nd with this is pretty freaking cool. But yeah, let me know what you thought about in the comments below. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.